First album's called Brain Shaking.
What Aaron does in the studio.
All right, boys, we're recording.
Porno.
Jerks
All
it.
right.
Circle jerk.
Well, welcome, guys, to the second episode of the Cigs and Coffee podcast. We're here today with CTC Unknown, also known as A-Will. That's his rap name, I just found out. And Matt over here.
Kid
And those are going to be our
No,
two guests today.
not Kid Cannabis. Cannabis connoisseur, I'd say.
Cannabis connoisseur.
The professor.
No.
So yeah,
no,
let's
no.
just go. Let's go and we'll talk a little bit about each one of these guys. So start with CTC Unknown over here.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
I think I'm just gonna call you A-Will. It's just easier.
Definitely is. Doesn't roll off the tongue like usual. A little bit about myself. I grew up in Mayfield, Ohio. Actually friends with all these boys right here. Childhood friends, you know.
Since elementary school.
Yep.
Silveridge.
Since youngins, man.
Since youngins.
Graduated from high school, went straight to college, you know. Decided it wasn't for me. And then that's when I figured out about my rap career. As a young kid, I always listened to a lot of music because my dad actually was a little bit of a rapper. And I always listened to music. I'd always try and write my own raps. I was never good at it. I was always scared to put it out there and let people hear it.
It's very scary putting stuff out.
It's so nerve-wracking, especially when it's
When
your
we first
own
started,
words.
Yeah, when we first started doing this podcast, when I first posted the first episode, it was very nerve-wracking.
Oh, yeah.
And then putting it on like Instagram, your Twitter,
100%.
Snapchat.
And especially because music is such music is such a big like cultural thing. Like everybody listens to music.
Yeah.
So like you have to put out the right sound, the right everything.
Absolutely.
But then I moved to California and that's when I started it. But I'm back here because of the coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Not getting that shit, man.
Rona season.
No.
Yeah, I just canceled my little trip to Cali at the end of April because I don't want to catch the coronavirus.
Yeah, that's facts.
Is it big out there or something right now?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's popping off out in
I don't
California.
even watch the news.
You got a
Well,
lot of.
I just sleep all day.
Okay, Matt. Give us a
So,
little background about you.
very similar to A-Will. Grew up with Ross and A-Will. Michael, I met you about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, at the
Super
Super
Bowl,
Bowl, I
yeah.
got real fucked up.
Yeah, you had a good time. Yeah,
Yeah.
you turned
Man was
pretty
sleeping.
pale.
During the game, sleeping.
Goes.
Sitting up straight sleeping, let's clarify.
That's how you know you're fucked up.
That's
how you know
if you fall asleep like this.
That
down.
was a bad day.
That was a good game, though.
It was a good
But,
I wish I
yeah.
could remember it.
So I went to Mayfield as well. I was a pretty shitty student. Didn't care about my schoolwork too much, which ended up biting me in the ass in the long run, kind of. So I went to Kent my freshman year. Didn't enjoy it at all. Didn't like how classes worked. And it just wasn't a good experience, I'd say. So I came across an ad on YouTube for the Cleveland School of Cannabis and totally thought it was fake, not real. Did some research, looked into it, and realized it was pretty legit. So it was accredited school by the state of Ohio. So I figured, you know what? It's the passion I have. I might as well pursue it. So I started last October, or 2 years ago, I'd say, or a year ago. I don't fucking remember. And graduated within 6 months that I started, so last May.
Fuck, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it. Oh yeah, so what are the kids like that go to school there? Like, is it the kids I picture or?
It's 100% like, you go to a weed school? Oh, what are the kids there? Yeah, it's what you think. You know, you got a few of those. Like, there was one kid in my class who kind of just talked like this. He walked in, hey, and it very textbook pothead type.
Yeah.
Like, if you look it up on Urban Dictionary, it's that kid. But then you also had plenty of other people it was a wide range. Like, there was...
Like, very serious people.
Yeah, and more so people you wouldn't expect. Like, there was an older woman and her husband that were taking classes in their retirement.
That's actually very interesting.
Yeah, I believe she was a nurse and her husband was a doctor. They're in retirement. They're like, what are we going to do? Like, we're just chilling. Like, let's spice up our life. So one of them was doing one half of the schooling. The other one was doing the other. And so it was wide range, a lot of awesome people. I would 10 out of 10 recommend if you have a passion for it and want to get into the industry, pursue it. But I would do it over again.
So, what can you get out of the school, like degree-wise?
So it's in the name. It's all cannabis based. So you could do like a business cannabis major, learn how dispensaries are run, what type of actions are taken while you're working. I don't know if that made sense, but
No, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
and so it's just like it's things you need to know that are going on in the industry that it'd be harder to learn just by Googling it or something like that. But I mean, like there's some stuff you can Google, like how to infusing and cooking with cannabis. There's a class like that, but you can watch 3 YouTube videos and figure out how to do that. But it was a lot of interesting stuff.
Okay, and so AWOL has this theory that if you smoke a lot of weed, that you won't get the coronavirus.
It's facts.
I want to get
it's
your,
gonna be proven.
your take on that. What do you think about that?
I'm not a doctor per se,
It's gonna happen.
but I mean, there's there's a lot of medicinal benefits
There is.
in a lot of different ways to different people. They always said in school, every body is a different body. So say I had the coronavirus and magically like this weed I was smoking cured it, hypothetically speaking, or allegedly, as Kyle Stewart would say.
Allegedly.
And say you had the coronavirus as well, and I was like, oh, here, this cured it. You try it, and it doesn't work for you. It's because sometimes your body might be a little bit different than how my body might react to it. So it's highly doubtful that weed is a cure to coronavirus. It might add a little bit of protection.
That was my theory. Like it adds protection. Like if you're a heavy pot smoker, it will protect you in a certain way.
It's hard to tell just because the research for cannabis is so little, and also with the coronavirus, it's just popping up, so you don't know like a lot of what's going on with it. So it's hard to really tell what will do what. But I mean,
Well, shit, you know what happens when you're geeked. You think of stupid shit, and this was one of them. I was smoking some pot, and I looked at the coronavirus. I said, fuck the coronavirus. This weed's going to help me.
Talking about the coronavirus, not like a month ago, when it first kind of popped up, all right, so let me.
you dove down
He
the
was a
rabbit hole.
psychopath
Well,
about
no,
it.
for
Freak
context,
the fuck
one
out.
time I had a dream that was super realistic. That, like a nuclear bomb came and hit Cleveland. It was super intense. I woke up and I was like, all right, I have to buy shit like doomsday prepper kind of shit. And like, I know that sounds crazy,
Yeah, psychopathic.
but now, so when the coronavirus came and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to buy some of the stuff. And now if you go to Walmart, all the Purell's gone, all like the antibacterial stuff is gone.
That's
now
true.
it's in America. And AWIL is now freaking out about it a little bit.
I'm actually really freaking out about it.
Oh.
Well, he told me when he brought it to my attention, it was, a couple months in at 3,000 cases, and I'm like, nothing's popping off in the U.S. yet.
Well,
But
here.
now it's at, 101,000, and I'm over here freaking out because it's coming.
Yeah, around the world, there's 101,000 confirmed cases. In America, there's 259. Just 2 days ago, it was like 160. No, yesterday when we were talking.
Yesterday
to
it
Ricky,
was
It
160.
was 160, and there was 11 deaths. Now
Yesterday jumped up. I think it was 68 cases, and today there's 40 something.
now there's 14 deaths. There's 38 cases alone so far today. It's getting serious.
100 different
It's getting
cases and
serious.
3 deaths in 24-hour period, and people aren't ready for it.
See, what I've been hearing though is it's like a lot more like older people are
Yeah.
more likely to get like
That's what
older
everybody
and
says.
because they showed like 80 or whatever % of people with the coronavirus. It's like not like super serious, and then like 10% or whatever is critical, and then the rest are fucking dead.
But
just-
still, old people die from any sickness.
fuck
Yeah.
old
Any
people.
sickness.
You just never know.
They die from any so you can't say it's because they're old.
They
They're
die from a
dying
fucking
from
broken hip.
Yeah,
like,
they can die from anything. So like that, I don't really take that.
It's just
into
very
account.
concerning that it could mutate. It could happen.
It can do anything it
Bro,
wants.
say it mutates and starts really fucking people up.
It has a mind of its own. Like I want to kill people right
Dude.
now.
Did you see that tweet I sent you?
No.
Or you guys? It was
No.
about the coronavirus. It was a Chinese doctor says autopsies of the coronavirus victims suggest
Oh, yeah, I
that
saw that.
it's like a combination of SARS and AIDS.
AIDS.
As it damages both the lungs and immune system and can cause irreversible lung damage even if the patient survives.
Oh, and you guys are trying to tell me. People are trying to tell me it's not serious.
See-
Get the fuck out of
It's
here.
not serious, bro.
Get
See,
the fuck
maybe
outta
for
here.
you guys, because you all live in Mayfield, but I'm out in the fucking boonies.
The
like,
I'm gonna,
country.
yeah, but you hang out with us, so we won't know for
Shit.
2 to 3 weeks that we got it, and we'll see you once or
Ooh.
twice.
Yeah,
And
It takes 14 to 21
Fuck.
days.
don't forget that
you
about
shouldn't-
that.
Why the fuck you have to say that? to me?
Exactly.
yeah.
Because you're not worried. I'm trying to get
thought I
people
thought I
ready,
was fine.
ready
People
for
are
this.
I
not.
got my
People are not
house.
ready for it.
Dude, I still have friends that live in LA and they're not ready for it. I got people going to visit in LA. Like you're not ready for it. You're not ready for
So you
it.
should just cut out all interactions with everyone. We should do this over like a computer, like just webcam podcast.
Via Skype.
Yeah, or something like just don't,
podcast.
or at least don't go to places that. California is the #1 place in the USA that has
it?
the most cases.
I'm gonna
Has the
look that
most
up.
cases.
I'm gonna look that up.
And
Fact check you.
people there are less concerned than people in Ohio or people elsewhere. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. They think because it's America, we're gonna get through it, but China has the same medical use as we have. They're just as smart as us. They can't figure it out. We can't figure it out.
Because
So
they
how are you
started it.
Yeah,
It did come from China. But I was concerned when it hit New York. When it hit New York, that's when I was really
There's
concerned.
so many fucking people.
So
And
many
the
rats.
Subways, dude.
And people
Oh my
walking on the
God.
street. Yeah, it's wintertime, but
Dude, when I went to New York the
people.
one time, the subways there's no rules. There's
It's
no
lawless.
rules. I saw one person that was homeless who was
spit on
sleeping.
people there.
Oh, you could do whatever you
There's
want
no
in New
fucking
York.
rules.
No.
It's anarchy on those subways.
Ross, did you fact check that?
I couldn't find it, but
I'm pretty
Death-wise,
sure.
No, death-wise, Washington has the
Washington
most.
State,
Because it's
yeah.
that in senior home,
Yeah.
and they're just running through those poor
Well, when I
people.
checked 2 days ago, it was California had 60 cases total. That was number one.
Probably. It makes sense. It does make sense. that
Yeah,
it's mostly
LAX is
California. Yeah.
there's so many people in it. They have their own section just for Chinese flights. Like a whole quarter of the airport is
Recently-
for
fuck
China.
away from that section of the airport, guys.
Fuck that. They can walk through the whole goddamn airport.
Go hang
California
out by the Wuhan gate.
California just went under a state of emergency the other day.
Yeah.
They really?
Yeah.
I,
dude.
yeah, I don't know
Shit.
how
Wasn't it-
crazy it's going to get, but
That's good.
wasn't it with the airports? Then close them down.
they shut down
I don't
LAX
know.
for a couple days.
LAX. Oh,
For
fun
a couple
fact.
hours.
Fun weed fact for everyone out there. You can fly out of LAX with some weed.
That's
Yeah.
true.
No,
I've had a
yeah.
friend do it.
I think it's like an ounce of weed and like half an ounce of wax.
I think that's like a
Yeah.
lot of like I went to
Oh, it's-
Vegas a
it's
couple
decent
months ago, and I flew out of Vegas with like a joint in my fucking bag.
Allegedly flew out.
I
Yeah.
allegedly flew out of Vegas with
It's a fly at your own risk.
it was oregano rolled up into a cigarette. And I flew out with that.
Yeah, their only rule is like you gotta understand where you're flying to and the laws and rules and all that.
Yeah, I
which-
mean, I know a kid that lives here. I'm definitely not gonna fucking dox this kid, but he goes to
Narc.
LA like all the time and buys fucking pounds and then brings it back over and sells it.
yeah, ship it right back.
I
Yeah,
say
that's
this-
what you got to do to make some money, you know?
Yeah.
Shit.
I
You
mean,
got to make
shit.
your money some way.
I say this all the time to people whenever I talk about weed, but it's ridiculous that weed isn't recreational.
It's never made
It's
sense.
It should be.
mind blowing.
It's
Never
just
made sense.
all the propaganda and all the old geezers that just didn't like it, didn't
Mhm.
approve of it, because
The ones who don't approve of it are always the ones that are like fucking heavy alcoholics.
Yep.
I mean, like I pound beers all fucking day long, but I'm not gonna lie, like it's way worse for you than smoking
Oh,
weed.
100%.
fuck up your liver.
Absolutely.
100%. 0 deaths.
It just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't.
I always have a fear I may become the first death
Yes,
from cannabis.
Oh my
always
God.
had a
Only-
fear.
Only because sometimes when you're sitting there chowing away, you're just scarfing down food. I go to
You
swallow.
choke?
I
Oh,
got to do an extra hard swallow to get that shit
Oh,
down, and you're
dude.
like
Makes
5
sense.
seconds later, I'd be dead. And
So
it's like,
like,
oh, you
so
died
like
from
would,
weed.
You would suffocate to death. from
Exactly,
getting-
choke to death,
getting
yeah.
too-
Well, that wouldn't be
getting
the
too
But then it
overdose.
wouldn't-
Yeah, well,
yeah.
it
just be
wouldn't
being
be
stupid.
from
Yeah, they'd just be
marijuana,
choking.
but it'd be marijuana would tie in, or cannabis would tie into it.
Dude, did you hear that one guy got so high he couldn't swallow his food? Fucking
the
choked on it?
coroner's report would say was really
Oh.
high when weed was found in his system. First marijuana death ever.
Oh my god! I just when do you think it will be recreational across the United
Never.
States?
No, whoa,
I think it
whoa.
will soon.
I
No, I'm
think
just
our
kidding.
great President Donald Trump will implement a plan in 2020 to
I hope
legalize it
so.
all.
I hope so.
I mean, I think it'd be smart of him to maybe do something with cannabis, because that's a whole other section. Not to
Bernie-
get into politics.
So
or anything.
Bernie's no, we're getting into politics for sure.
I think after we get over this, we'll go into the politics a little bit and these fucking
Bernie said
Democratic candidates. that are-
Leftists.
Bernie said on the day one he wanted to make it recreational across the United States.
Yeah, but he also wants to win the presidency. I would have said it too.
Yeah,
A lot,
you're right.
almost all the Dems want to legalize cannabis because they're big proponents for it.
Yeah, that
They
makes
want their
sense.
greasy money.
Yeah. It would
Big
make a shit
government
ton of
taking
money
all
for
the
government.
all the
You
marijuana
get some
sales.
money. You get some money. Everyone gets free stuff. And whatever happened to working for stuff?
Oh shit!
Mm.
Shit,
Oh,
we're
The
getting-
working man.
He
We're
didn't want to
getting
talk about
right into
politics.
it.
We're getting deep in the murky water.
I'm all for helping out others and whatnot, but whatever happened to the feeling of when you work hard for something, you get a reward for it, feels good. Not
Yeah.
getting something handed to you. Yeah, everyone likes free shit. Don't get me wrong. I like free shit, free weed, free bongs, whatever it is. Give it to me. But I also, when I look at my paycheck, did I work and get this money for working? Yes. that feels good.
Yeah.
Not
sure.
I
So it
have a
sounds like-
bum ankle. Oh, let me
Sounds
get
like
that
you're
checked.
anti-socialism. That's what it
Sure,
sounds like.
yeah. I mean,
I'd
put it
hope
that-
most people were.
I like to put myself in the middle.
people
I'm open
aren't.
to both sides, but I grew up in a Republican household, I'd
Mhm.
say. So, I mean, I got views all over the map.
Dude, I was super liberal in high school. And then one moment changed it when I was like, who was I talking to? I think it was Noah. We were talking about who do I want to become president. I said Hillary. And he was like, oh, she lies and all this shit. And I was like, well, I'd rather her lie to me than Trump tell the truth. And once I said that, something clicked in my fucking
Yeah.
head. And I was like, that sounds fucking wrong.
Yep, it
That
just
does
sounds
not
messed
sound
up.
wrong.
I got a
I didn't
neighbor.
sound right, excuse me.
I got a neighbor. He's from Mexico. He lived in Mexico for 30 years, I want to say. And then he came over to the United States, and he said he was a Democrat, but with all the fake news and the crazy left, that he is just getting so sick and tired of it that he is actually a fan of Trump. He was tired of everyone calling him a racist.
Yeah,
and all that.
I've actually like met like a few people that have immigrated and like legally, and they're
Yeah,
like,
oh, yeah.
they're like, yeah, dude,
Legal.
fuck that shit.
There's a lot of people I
And-
worked with that are legal immigrants in California. They love
Legal
Trump. They always talk
immigrants-
good about him.
Legal
Always.
immigrants love Trump.
They always talk good about him, and then they're the ones who are like, "We should build a wall. We don't need illegals in here." I'm like, "Yo, chill
them
out."
outta
I'm
here.
like, "Chill out."
You see, they're still getting over that wall, though.
Oh yeah, it's
Dude, everyone's
not
gonna-
They'll
foolproof.
find a way. Even
never
it's,
gonna stop.
It's like
It's not
fucking.
foolproof.
Fucking build it. Who cares? Makes more jobs.
Just do it.
It's like trying to take away guns. You know, people
That'll-
still get their
that'll
guns.
Never happen.
Yeah.
Or they'll get them illegally, which one's
Will
better?
be
already
worse.
happened.
Which one's better?
No,
Yeah.
man, I want to go back to the fake news thing because I don't want to sound like a batshit right-wing podcast.
Yeah,
There's
we don't
fake-
want to come across.
There
There
is
is
fake
fake
news on both sides.
Yeah,
Oh,
everywhere,
hey, jinx.
everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's on both sides. It's just
Oh, for
you
sure.
see a little bit more on the left, I'd say.
No, dude, on the right it's bad too.
Oh, it's right because of those geezers. They buy into anything.
They all want
My
to just push their agenda.
my
Bro,
grandma-
Fox News, that's like it's watching TV to heaven. To me, bro.
Yeah.
You're
My-
watching
Fox
God.
News.
Yeah,
You got
My-
Tucker Carlson on that bitch.
Oh,
dude, Tucker. Oh,
His
shit,
face is
bro.
way
He
too
could
small.
He could say
That's
anything.
what I think the problem is with the Republican Party is they got too many old people. They need to start trying to branch out to like the younger
Yeah.
generation because there's so many young kids that are hopping on like the left and whatever, which is nothing wrong with it. But these fucking candidates now are like so ridiculously far left. I mean, polar opposites on both sides.
Yeah.
But dude, young people don't vote.
Yeah, that's
Never.
That's why
yeah,
Bernie
I don't
will
want
never
to
I'm actually a culprit of not voting.
I forgot to vote last election.
Bernie's
I-
never gonna win because his group is.
Bernie's never
young
gonna win
people.
because he's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, Bernie's not gonna win because he doesn't know what the hell he's
he
talking
talks
about.
about making free college and stuff. And me and Kyle were talking about this the other day.
I ain't paying
Yeah,
for it.
you can make free college. I mean, they have it in Europe and stuff, but you know what your gas prices and your fucking
Mhm.
taxes
Yeah,
and
we're gonna
everything.
have
They're
to pay so much more.
So I mean, yeah, go ahead and make free college, but
You're gonna pay
then they're
for
gonna
it.
be bitching about the taxes being too high. It's like, well, they're
one or the other.
Yeah.
yeah, it's one or the
We're
other.
going to tax the 1%.
Yeah, he's fucking.
But I just look at it as
not gonna do it.
if you have free tuition and all that, what about all the people that have paid their tuition, all
Well,
their
did you
debt?
They
see
should
that-
get reimbursed.
So
Did you
Elizabeth
see that
Warren?
person asked- yeah, Elizabeth
Yeah,
Warren.
it's like well,
It's
these
it
people
doesn't
work.
add up.
Yeah, some people work their ass off or spend all their life savings to pay off what they owe, and then 2 years later they come in with, oh, hey, you get free college, you get free
Yep.
college.
Yeah,
Like, come on,
it doesn't work. I mean, I think
shit's chalked.
Trump's definitely probably gonna win this election.
no,
Just-
he
Oh,
is. He's gonna
100%.
win.
If like he
100%.
wouldn't be like my first pick, honestly, if it was like the
He's just
Republican
such
Party.
an asshole.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
a big
Such
dick.
an
I
asshole,
think
bro.
people like villainize him more than he really is.
my
I
God,
mean,
Oh,
no,
for
he,
sure.
He just says some really dumbass shit sometimes.
Did
No,
you see what-
he has zero filter.
Yeah,
like
so that's
no
his-
filter
that's his
whatsoever.
problem.
That's what we need though for America.
Oh
Someone
my
to put
God,
us
no.
for
Oh, here
put
we
America
go.
first. That,
I agree with Matt on that.
Put
as an
America
American,
first,
don't you want to be put first?
Of course.
Like
yeah.
why are we? I mean, I'm all for once again helping other countries, but if we're doing our own thing, why go help them?
I just
You
want to
guys
stay
see
out
he
of it.
donated his presidential salary? for the
Yes.
He does that every year.
Yeah,
donated
he's a
to the
G. He's a
coronavirus.
G.
This
He don't
goes-
need it.
That- well, I mean, the thing about like, what's the presidential salary? I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
400K.
400.
You know,
A
I
year.
mean, you know what he makes just.
Oh wait,
just
is it
being
no
Donald
fucking
Trump. Like,
overall?
like
I was gonna say
400K a year is like a drop in the bucket to him. So I mean, it makes him look good
Is it
for
a
sure,
year?
but
Yeah,
he
400K
definitely doesn't
a
give
year.
two shits about that 400K.
Well, he
'cause
just
he's pulling
donated.
it.
Can't
He just
fix my
donated
mic.
this quarter the 100,000 for this quarter to coronavirus research.
Did you see the Key Largo, like the resort? They donate all the money from the foreigners
the
that come
resort
in.
where
Who?
Trump
Mhm.
goes.
Yeah, they
Like
so
Mar-a-Lago. or-
yeah, the Mar-a-Lago
That's what
Key
it is.
Beach, or I don't know what the fuck
Who
it's
the
called.
fuck?
But
some nice island.
yeah, I was gonna say
somewhere.
nice place.
Somewhere we can't afford.
They donate like so all the money that they make from like these leaders coming in and spending time with Trump, they donate it to I think it's a treasury. I want to say they donate it to some part of the government. So it's everyone thinks he's a bad man, but he's doing his best.
Look, I'm
He's
just gonna
doing a
say
decent job.
when he first got elected, I thought he was gonna do horrible. I was comparing him to Hitler, which I realize now is fucking stupid.
My mom compares him to Hitler a lot. She's very far left.
Dude,
Love you, Mom, but we don't really agree on politics too much.
But like right now, he's not doing a bad job. I'll be honest, he's not doing.
Numbers
a bad
don't
job.
lie.
Yeah, the numbers.
Pros outweigh the cons.
That's right.
There will always be a president that does good things, and there's
shitty
always going to be
things,
bad
yeah.
things. You can't do any job perfectly right every single time, no matter what.
I mean, black unemployment is at a 50-year low. The Dow has broken its record so many times. It's at what was it? Well, it's down now because coronavirus. But
coronavirus
the
is
highest I saw
shooting
it was
down.
28,000.
I was
that's the highest it's
I
ever
was
been.
I was watching something. I don't remember what it was, but they were talking about Trump and saying like, yeah, black unemployment's down at the lowest it's been in however many years.
Obama.
But then they said those people aren't getting good paying jobs. They're getting minimum wage.
I know what you
like,
mean.
but
You're working.
minimum wage is better than you making $0.
Yeah, not everyone's going to go
like
to college.
you can't
Yeah.
if you don't have you can't just get thrown in and think you're gonna make $20 an hour.
Hey, you got to start at the bottom.
Yeah, you have to work up. You can't. Nobody's. I don't
It's a
understand.
good place to
Country's
start.
built on,
Yeah.
It's a place to start.
That's the
minimum
American
wage.
dream. Coming here, working your way up, and making what you wanted to make out of
Now,
yourself.
how do you feel about the minimum wage being raised?
It's just going to raise
Terrible.
the price of everything.
Yeah,
Inflation.
It's the same. If it's
the
low,
same
you
as
don't
the
have
free
enough. If
college.
it's low, you don't have enough money. But if it's high, you have to pay more in certain things. So it never weighs itself out. It's never.
It's the same as free college is going to be. Like,
Yeah.
Like
Everything
it's one way or the other.
changes.
Raise the minimum wage, but everything you pay for is going to be, everyone's going to get paid higher probably then, but everything is going to go up in price, so it's just going to be the same.
I saw this one thing. This one country doesn't have a minimum wage, but their unemployment is super low. Like everyone works.
So if they don't have a minimum wage, like how does that work?
You could pay them
Just get
whatever
paid
you
whatever
want.
you want.
Whatever you want. I
But
could pay you
everybody
$2 to
works.
speak on this mic if I own this company.
I mean, that's how waiters and shit, they get paid. Like I used to work at a fucking car wash. I made
Yeah,
like
they
$4.
get tips.
I made like $4
Yeah.
an hour. I just bank on tips.
Yeah.
So there's a question: would you want a minimum wage and not everybody working, or no minimum wage and everybody works? But there's definitely an in between where you can meet. But I don't think $15 an hour is it.
I'd say minimum wage.
But there is certain places that need that higher minimum wage, like Los Angeles, New York. You can't live there
Yeah.
unless you're making $16, $17 an hour, unless you have 4 roommates. Like me living in LA, there's 3 of us, and you still need like $20 an hour.
Sweating in there, Jim?
Oh, man.
I ain't changing shirts.
So like,
Big time.
some places need it, some places don't. But like, there has to be a ground where something works out for the benefit
Yeah.
of the people, where you can work, make money, and still live a normal life.
It's tough though.
But it's really tough because with so many people, you
'Cause
can never
have these
figure
small
it out.
shops that
Yep.
they're not mom and pop shops. They're not going to be able to pay everyone $15 an hour. I don't know. There's definitely an in between. I don't think it's 15. It might be like $10, $12 an hour.
Quick side note, I knew I shouldn't have changed shirts in here. I knew I was gonna get roasted.
You
for
should have.
this, so
Yeah, you
walked
should
off.
have. You should have.
Also-
monitors.
Quick side note, nobody cares.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Boom.
jam.
That's tough.
roast.
Sorry. Truth
Oh my
hurts
God.
sometimes.
Where were we? Minimum wage. So yeah, that's how I feel about minimum wage. It'd be nice to see it go up, but just, I don't think it realistically. And same thing with everything that like Bernie wants. Just it's not realistic.
But I would.
Especially
The
the
only
gun
thing
buyback.
that would give me like hope about Bernie is throughout their whole time, like politicians who want to become presidents.
Oh,
Sometimes-
shit. Oh, shit. Sorry. I saw the text from Rick. He's like, can you come at 4:45?
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
All right. Well, we may be cutting this podcast short. I mean, we are 23 minutes into it, so maybe if we shoot for a solid 30.
No, he has to go. We have to go now.
Yeah, sorry.
Why don't you just tell him you can't go until the original time?
Because he's got a doctor's appointment.
Fuck him.
Oh, he can miss practice, but you can't. Fuck
who
him.
the fuck's this Rick guy?
I just gotta go.
Oh my God. All right, Matt, you beta simp.
Sorry. I'll be back eventually.
No, he won't.
We'll see.
All right.
I love you
we're
all.
about it.
We'll start wrapping this up. So I mean, we had a good like 15, 20 minutes talking about politics. I wanted to say, did you guys see what Biden recently said about
Yo, speaking of Biden,
about the fuck? Did you see that where he's like you know, there's this preconceived notion that poor kids. Did you see that? There's this preconceived notion that poor kids, you know, they can't do anything or they're not bright, and he's like, poor kids are just as bright as white kids. And
like,
you know what he meant there.
yeah,
no,
I
he
get
didn't.
what he meant. He meant good, but that dude,
He didn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know his wife or his sister.
We
He
need
doesn't know
some
what's going
younger
on.
people in you know, running for
Yeah.
president.
Dude, if he gets the candidate, if he gets the push, and he's got to go up against Donald Trump,
I want to see an old man fight.
he is not gonna understand what's going on. The next after one debate,
Those two
after
with
one
each
debate,
other,
it's
it's
over.
ridiculous. Like the amount of fights that they get into.
All right, lad, we gotta wrap this
Yeah,
up.
well,
Okay.
Again.
All right. Fuck. So obviously we had to stop where we were before. So I'm just gonna pick off randomly.
let's go.
Anthony,
Yes, sir.
I want you to explain what it was like. All right. When did you like realize that you want to do something in music? Like, were you in school, like in college, and you realized like, I kind of want to do something with music?
No.
Way
not
before
at
that?
all. No, not until I made my first song.
When was that?
So it took you to make your first song to realize you wanted to do music.
Yeah, like no, music's always been a big part of my life. Like I've always been into it. My dad used to make music, and when I was younger, I used to record with him, like fuck around and make stupid shit. But like I'd always like fuck around with my friends and freestyle and do stupid shit. And like I had a notebook in like middle school where I used to write down stuff, but I was always too scared to put it to like ever make it to something. I never wanted anybody to critique me on it because I was like insecure and scared about it. But then when my buddy Zach, who's my producer, he shout out Sleepy Zach, when
Shut up.
when he started
Sorry,
oh
Had to
shit
say that.
when he started making beats and producing, it got me I started to write a little bit to his stuff, just fucking around, and I was like, let's make a song, and we made one, made a couple more, and then now I'm hopefully starting to work on an EP this year.
Yeah, he just went platinum actually. So if you guys check him out, it's CTC Unknown on
Can you spell that for us?
All platforms.
Yeah, how do you spell that?
CTC Unknown, dog.
All right, cool.
I would like to add, I think you were in my room when you were spitting a freestyle, and that was when you decided that, maybe I'm actually going to do it for real.
Yeah.
So it was.
I always had those
Saw the takeoff.
those epiphanies. I was like,
Yeah.
I might as well do it, but I never really did it. Now I'm fucking.
Now you're doing it.
Now he's CTC.
All right, and
all the way.
I've listened to most of your songs that you have. A couple of them that you have out.
Yeah, they're
and
all trash.
No, they're good.
Ain't bad.
There's the one I don't like, but I'll be honest with them.
I don't
But
like
the
any of them.
newest one, the newest one you just released, I thought was pretty good.
What, Down the Ride?
Yeah,
Yeah, that one
the
was
one you
pretty
showed
good.
me on the way we're leaving my house.
Yeah, that actually was like a spontaneous record where I just Zach was like, listen to this beat, and I listened to it. We were at my house getting ready to record a different song, and he played me, and I was like, he's like, you want it? I'm like, sure. I was looking through my notes because I keep like choruses like to start off a song to see if the beat will fit, and I was playing it. Come on, bro. I was just going through my notes, and I saw I had a couple words written down, and I just started playing with them with the beat, and I figured it out. Then from that, I just freestyled the whole chorus and the whole first verse, just spontaneous on the spot.
All right, and you put your stuff on SoundCloud, right?
I started, yes, because I was a low budget type of guy.
Well, putting it on SoundCloud, it probably. Do you feel like there's like the stigma around like SoundCloud rappers, and it makes it like
There definitely is.
A lot of rappers came up through SoundCloud though.
no,
Yeah.
but, like, you know what I mean? Like there's like people that definitely don't belong
Yeah.
on SoundCloud playing
People
stuff
just
up.
put stuff on there to.
and it just makes
put
it
stuff.
makes the people that like are serious about
Yeah,
it
and
look
a lot of the
kinda-
times it's the shitty stuff that'll get all
Yeah.
the plays, and you're like, damn.
Oh yeah.
But
What the?
Must be closing time.
that's bullshit.
Closing time.
All right. Well, I mean that's the downside of recording in a community college, I guess, guys. They're closing in 15 minutes, so we'll
Dude, we should have just done it in Kanasha's basement.
We didn't have mics.
steal
This
all
beautiful
this shit from
setup.
Lakeland.
Let's just steal one mic. Don't you have 3?
We'll just all take turns talking on it.
Yeah.
Pass it over
No, we'll just borrow 2 mics and return it tomorrow. Oh, they trying to cut ops.
They're really fucking up this podcast. I
Yeah.
hope
this is getting recorded.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna keep going for another 15 minutes, and then when they close, we'll pack up and head out.
All right. I mean, are we gonna get locked
Thanks,
in
Mom.
here?
Read that question or re-say it.
What?
No, we're not gonna get locked in. We're fine, boys. Keep going.
All right.
Fuck. All right. So is it concerning putting your music on SoundCloud, knowing that there's a stigma around like SoundCloud rappers?
No, because I just wanted to put it out,
Okay.
and there was no other way at the moment, so it
I
was
feel
just
ya.
something I had to do.
SoundCloud's usually the easiest platform to put stuff out on.
No,
Yeah, it
definitely
was,
is.
but now that everybody either uses Apple Music or Spotify, they're never on SoundCloud.
I got a SoundCloud. That's where you get like the shit like X
Yep,
X
the
songs and
leaks,
stuff that never
yep.
made it to fucking Spotify.
Yeah,
We should put the podcast on SoundCloud. That's what I was thinking.
yeah, that could help. Yeah.
I mean, do they put podcasts on SoundCloud or is that
Yeah.
mostly just raps? Yeah.
You could do sound or
Yeah, we could do some shit
You
like
can do,
that.
you can
That'd
do
be pretty
podcasts
tight.
on it.
Interesting. I don't know. I think it's want to stick on YouTube right now, and eventually go to Apple.
I think artists should just, if they have music, like for you, for instance, I'd say just fuck it, post it on iTunes or Apple Music, whatever the fuck you want to call
Yeah,
it.
just in
'Cause
case.
I mean, if it blows up, it blows up. You might as
Yeah.
well get a little bit of revenue compared to if it was just sitting on
$0,
SoundCloud.
yeah.
For free.
I think you just put it out anywhere. You know, people will
You just
find
gotta
you.
get out there.
What was it? Chance to put a shit on SoundCloud and he blew up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
Same
dream
with
right there.
fucking Smoke Perp and Lil
Smoke
Pump.
Perp.
Lil
Lil
Peep.
Pump.
Who the fuck is that?
You know who
Smoke
Smoke
Perp?
I don't
Perp
know who
is?
the fuck that is.
Come on, man.
You know who Lil Pump is, though,
Yeah, I
right?
know who Lil Pump
Yeah.
is. I know who Lil Pump is. Fucking Smoke
Best
Perp.
rapper there is, man.
Yeah, he
Lil
came
Pump.
above SoundCloud.
All caps.
What?
All caps. Yeah.
Okay, all
Don't
caps.
forget the all caps.
No,
Like
it's
he
just
yelling
one
his
word,
name
though.
out?
It's just one word, not
Yeah.
all caps.
Well, no, like all caps. Like he spells it like capital SMOKE.
No, he doesn't. Go
Almost positive.
Look it up on
He's
Apple
a-
Music right now.
Hey, well,
Jamie, look
when's
that
your
I'll put 50 on it.
when's your EP coming out? Or when
I
do you
don't know.
plan to release it?
I don't know. Coronavirus is set back.
Oh,
Yeah,
get the
this
fuck
kid is
out.
on the coronavirus. Him and Kyle are fucking ridiculous about this virus.
I was gonna.
You
I'm
see the
supposed to
studio we
start.
got up here, bro. We'll record you right up here.
Oh shit, let's do it.
Yeah.
But I need. It's kind of hard because I need Zach. I
Sleepy
don't need
Zach.
him, but
Where is he? Is he now?
he's in South Carolina at school.
Oh, that's fucking right.
Because I don't know how to do any of that technical bullshit.
You got
No,
Tim.
I have a
Prod by
Okay.
Tim.
Lakeland.
we got
Lakeland
Timmy.
produced.
Timmy will do it for you for sure. Look
And
how
he'll
Did
do
you
it for
look
free.
it up? It was not in caps.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's all right.
I know it.
Everyone makes mistakes.
I know it.
Everyone has pretty bad days. Yeah, it's all right.
Was that? That's a. What fucking song is that?
I
What?
think Miley Cyrus. I
yeah,
want to say.
something like that.
Everyone makes
Fucking
mistakes.
banger, that dude. I listen
Bro,
to
Miley
that.
Cyrus went off the fucking deep end for a while.
She got that check though.
She did.
Yeah.
And in Post, looks like he's not doing good right now.
See that-
Yeah, yeah. We didn't
videos.
talk about Post
Did
yet.
you see that
Let's-
video of him
Yeah.
like screaming and his eyes rolling in
Yeah,
the
I
back
don't-
of
He
his
does
head?
not look good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if any of the people listening to this got TikTok. I think most people do by now, but that's where I've been seeing all this shit. And Post is looking, it's looking fucking questionable.
It's looking
Looks like-
rough.
Dude, when he's up on that stage, it looks like he has a needle in his arm still.
He was looking like you Super Bowl night
Yeah,
on my couch.
that was just weed though. Like, I mean, he needs to get off hard drugs if he's on that shit and just get on fucking nitrous. Just kidding. Don't do fucking nitrous, guys.
Steve-O style.
Bro, how many fucking drugs has Steve-O done?
A lot.
Didn't he like make
One
like, a
too
thing
many.
about it, like a video?
Yeah, he
Where
said
he talked
he
about
said
all his-
nitrous was like the hardest one.
I couldn't.
Yeah, maybe we'll put that in another episode. I wish I fucking had like video and footage of me just fucking rolling on nos. That was some good times with my imagination.
Oh my god.
So, what are your guys' favorite type of coffee, if I might ask?
I
since
don't
it's
drink
Cigs and
coffee
coffee.
at all.
McDonald's black, nothing else in it, and a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
McDonald's,
You gotta
4
get the
cream,
McGriddle.
7 sugar.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Dude, that's fucking diabetes, man. You better
Facts.
watch out, bro. That's not
Yeah,
good.
I don't like that coffee
4
taste.
creams, 7 sugar.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you
Maybe
just
6 sometimes if I'm feeling generous.
If you're feeling crazy,
Yeah.
why don't you just get milk?
Just some sugared milk
Yeah,
or
put
something.
some fucking sugar in some milk, man.
I mean, I'm pretty much the same way though. When I go to Dunkin', I just more sugar, more
Yep.
what the cream, Jesus.
I
The more the
never-
I'm not a big coffee bitter kind of taste guy. It's just,
never drink coffee.
especially black coffee. I don't know how you drink black
Air
coffee.
duster back there.
Doing some spring cleaning.
Yeah, you know, I always drank it with cream and sugar, and then I dropped out of college, worked construction, and I realized
Became a
You gotta
man.
drink that
You
shit
gotta
black.
get hair on your
you got to
balls.
drink it black out of an old beat up Stanley thermos.
Oh my god, that's the only way
you
go
gotta
anywhere in
gotta
this
talk
world.
about your old lady and how she's being a real bitch at home.
Bro, they all fucking everyone in construction calls their wife their old lady.
That's
what I got-
That's where I got it from now.
Everybody, bro.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
Not,
would say
everybody.
that.
not this old hag or that bitch.
No,
No,
my
it's
old lady.
my old-
is-
Damn,
My
son.
old lady, she. Yeah, no, my mom hates when I fucking. That's what I say for everyone's girlfriend now. I'm like, hey, he was with his old lady last night. She's like, quit fucking saying that.
I think it's weird to say that. Say your wife.
Yeah.
Say your girlfriend.
That sounds better.
Girlfriend.
I like old lady.
No.
Old lady.
That sounds cool.
That's my darling. My darling's at home cooking dinner.
Spaghetti and butter.
Spaghetti with buttered noodles, you know.
No, just a whole stick of butter.
Oh my
Just
god.
let that shit fucking marinate.
So who's gonna win the primaries, boys?
Probably dementia.
Dementia.
I mean, yeah, that's
Dementia.
taking. That's taking first place.
He's
I'm
not gonna remember winning it, but he's gonna win it.
Oh, is that his nickname? Your nickname for Biden?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Biden is probably gonna win it because Bernie's just way too far left. But Biden has. I don't even think he knows where he's at half the time. He thinks he's
No.
still in the nursing home. He's like,
Dude,
Sleepy Joe.
yeah.
Biden-
he thinks he's an astronaut, bro. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing,
Biden's
dog.
almost up 100.
What I want to see in the next
delegates
4
Damn.
years.
Yeah, he's gonna win. It's over.
What I want to see in the next 4 years is Biden versus Trump, rough and rowdy. If we could get that going.
Who would win that fight?
I think the
I
first
I don't know.
punch
They'd
they-
probably both die.
No, Trump would.
Nah, I
They'd
think
both
Biden.
die.
Trump's got the weight. I think he'd get it.
Biden's fragile right now.
He
So
just
is Trump, though.
disintegrated.
Dude,
fucking
one hit
sand.
to the head and it's over. Both of them are
Both of
done.
them.
They hit each other both with a straight right. It's over.
They're just both gonna fucking drop at the same
Yeah.
time.
I would pay good money to see them fight.
I'd
Oh,
pay
dude,
$60.
Oh, I'd pay.
I'd
I'd
pay,
pay
say
fucking- I'd pay-
500.
Yeah, I'd say
Oh,
I'd pay upwards
fuck
of
all that
500 half
noise. I'll stream it.
illegal streams.
No, Trump would have that shit on lockdown.
Fuck
No,
that.
there'd be no illegal.
No, he'd do it
streams.
at Key Largo. Only the billionaires could attend.
Mar-a-Lago.
Or Mar-a-Lago. Key
Key
Largo,
Largo.
Second time you did
Key
that.
Lime Pie, same shit.
No.
I don't think. I think the one's an entire island. I think Key Largo is just a place where old people go in Florida to die.
Their deathbed.
They do call it God's resting place.
Bro, Florida's crazy.
It's
Florida-
lawless.
Florida is crazy.
Ooh. Crazy Florida people, bro.
Dude, I love the fucking Florida man headlines. You know
It's-
what I'm talking about?
It's
Yeah.
always starts with that when you hear some crazy shit like Florida man
Florida
marries
man.
alligator. Like,
What about that one we were talking about the other night, Anthony? That was
What was
that was
it?
the fucking cops will take your meth and test it for free. and
Oh,
see if
I
it's
saw
true.
that.
yeah. The Florida cops will take your meth and test it for free.
What the
And it said
fuck?
that's the most Florida shit I've ever seen.
That is
that's got to be fake though.
no, it definitely. I mean, fuck.
No,
dude,
I think
Florida.
of I don't
But
know.
you-
I think it
there's-
was their like Channel 5 news station.
I'm
No,
not
it was
putting
from
it
a
past them.
police Twitter account.
Oh,
Like one of the
was?
police stations
Oh,
down there. I mean, I'm
wow.
sure someone's dumb enough down there to fall for it.
Oh, for
but
sure.
I mean, some meth head.
Oh
Does this have any coronavirus
What
in
ab-
it?
Bro, you want to hear some crazy shit? This
No.
girl that went to high school with Jackie had the whole. What was it? I think like
25
15
dudes?
or 25. Yeah,
I remember she was telling us, and I looked
Yeah.
it up, and it was like 25.
she had
train.
a whole fucking football team, the JV team, run a train on her in the fucking bathroom.
You
during
gotta
their
have.
practice, and they would just go one by.
Holy shit.
You gotta have the stamina of a fucking horse to survive a
Bro, fuck
25
that. That's what every
person
so
long
fucked
train.
up.
25 person train.
That's what every strong team needs, though. I think.
Oh yeah, for
Team
sure.
bonding.
It's just yeah, you know.
Oh
like a
my god.
All Eskimo brothers.
Hate to be
Yeah.
the last guy.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Sloppy 30 seconds.
Ooh. Dude, the whole offensive line before you too.
Oh my god.
Just
You
imagine
know
how
those
just-
offensive linemen are sweaty as fuck. Those
Dude, there was
during
probably
practice,
so much. It was probably after
Dude,
practice.
no, it was during. They were fucking going. They were leaving practice one by one. I swear to God, this is what Jackie told me.
They were leaving practice one by one to go fuck her.
I wonder how many of them war protection.
Oh, probably none of them.
Yo, my mom
That just
definitely can't
sounds-
listen to this.
That just sounds like
Absolutely not.
real time consuming, dude. If you're waiting in line,
Yeah. Well, you get prepared. Little
when you get like
stand
a
in
fucking
line.
like that waiting ticket you get at the grocery store.
ticket number 3. Ticket number 3.
Hey man, I'll give you $10.
Hey, what
if
you
you give me
got?
that 4th place spot, trade with me.
It's like the NFL draft.
Yeah, I gotta go home for Sunday dinner, bro. Let me
Fuck,
let me
it's our
cut.
problem.
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
dude.
this podcast is
I'll
just
trade you
taking
spot
taking
4
dark
for next
turn.
year's
Dirty.
spot,
Oh my
and
god.
a spot later in the second round.
What about the draft coming to Cleveland?
I'm gonna be hammered for that.
That's gonna be fun as shit.
It's
I'm definitely going down there.
Browns won't be picking in the top 10. I'll tell you that. They'll be picking 31 or 32.
Yeah,
No,
probably
no.
not. I'm
Nah.
hopeful.
Go Brownies.
Nah.
You got a
I
Steelers
say-
fan.
Browns
I
are
sitting
say
gonna
we're
suck
top.
next
We're
year
top
again.
10 this year, though.
No, come on.
Top 10.
You gotta remember, Steelers fan.
Top 10 this year.
Bro,
You got a hater.
Top 10.
Big
Maybe we'll
Ben's-
get a wild card spot.
Ben's gonna come back. He's gonna be fucking eating it up.
At the least, we'll get a wild card spot.
Nobody likes a
least.
rapist as their quarterback.
Nobody wants a rapist. You're right, but like
But like it's happening.
He,
He-
he
he
is a
get in
baller
trouble.
though. I will give
He
him
was
that.
just-
He didn't
he's
get
an
in
animal.
trouble.
Hey, an animal, I'll tell you that. After those women in the bar.
it was allegedly. It was allegedly.
Read the shirt.
Allegedly.
Those feminists are
allegedly
gonna come
sexually
after us for
Oh
that.
my god, I know.
Let 'em.
Wow.
Fucking hit
I'm
him.
Wait
with,
for
hit
the
him with
comments. We're
a
gonna
fucking-
blow up because of the feminist comment
Hit him
section.
with a fucking left hook, drop him, send him right back to the kitchen.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
You're getting a little.
We need to
well,
fucking have. We need
Probably
to have
shouldn't
someone,
have said that one.
We need to have someone on the show. that's,
It's
like,
all jokes. It's all
super
jokes.
far left. I'm trying to get like
Tim?
a socialist on
Dude,
here.
get my fucking mom on here.
Dude, you want to?
You
dude,
think
I
that's a
got
good
into-
idea?
Dude,
She'd fucking pound some.
one night she came home fucking drunk. Like someone.
My mom?
Yeah.
Oh.
When we were playing poker.
It's every night.
There and
If you're
she
listening, I'm sorry, mom.
fucking ripped into me.
About
ripped into me about just politics. Anything I said.
Time.
No,
support
no,
Trump.
you're fucking wrong, you idiot. Dude, she like ripped into me, dude. I love her. I love your mom so much.
Yeah,
Such a nice
no.
mom. But when it comes to politics, she's a bit wild.
Yeah, she's a bit far left for me, but
Everyone has their own
Yeah, I guess
views
it's the
on it.
beauty of this
America.
of America. Yeah, is
Absolutely.
you can be fucking far left.
What bothers me though
What does
is
that
when-
mean?
is when people fucking hate people for their views.
Oh yeah, that's
Like
such a
say we
stupid
don't
thing.
agree on something.
That's so stupid. Damn, who's
All
that?
right, well,
about to
I
say.
know you guys heard the announcement. Sorry for
We'll
cutting,
pick it up at Kanashi's
cutting it.
basement.
Yeah, we'll pick it up later maybe or something.
Party at
But
my house.
yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
Don't
To the
forget to
second
subscribe.
episode. Yeah,
I
don't
love
forget
you.
to
Like, subscribe, leave a comment, say fuck you, Michael.
Yep, say that.
Or
Holy
fuck you,
shit.
Tim.
Or
If we
fuck
get, hey,
you, Kanash.
Oh,
Hey,
fuck
real
you,
quick,
Abel.
any
For
plans
fucking the
for future
podcast.
episodes?
yeah, if we get 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna
Do one naked.
get 2 naked girls in here to mud wrestle in a kiddie pool. But so subscribe if you guys want to see that. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be good looking, but I'll go down to Cleveland, pick up 2 hookers. It'll be bing bang boom.
What about 10,000 likes?
And that's it.
See ya.
No 10,000 likes?